Okay, Japan turn 4. They have 52 IPCs to spend. Remember that their purchases for naval units are discounted because of their technology. So they're going to spend 10 IPCs on 2 transports, 14 IPCs on a tank and 2 mechanized infantry, 14 IPCs on 2 destroyers, and 14 IPCs on 2 infantry and 2 artillery. They will be declaring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks in this round. Many of them are just walk-ins. So the artillery from Kansu will go into Tunguska. The infantry from Kansu will go into Novosibirsk. The mech infantry from Kansu will go into Singhai. They'll also be attacking Hopei with a mechanized infantry from Kiangsu, a fighter, and a tactical bomber. They'll be attacking Hunan with a mech and a tank and 2 fighters. They'll be attacking Guangxi with an airborne drop of 2 infantry from Kiangsu, plus 3 infantry and an artillery from Kwangtung. What else? Oh, the transport in C-Zone 20 is going to come up to C-Zone 6, pick up 1 infantry, and retake Korea. And then there will be an amphibious assault on Malaya. And the transport from C-Zone 35 is going to pick up the infantry in the Philippines, come here, pick up 1 guy from Kwangtung, and then go 1-2 and land in Malaya. The infantry and artillery from Borneo are also going to land in Malaya. The last attack is a naval attack. We're going to attack the Anzac sub in C-Zone 42 with a sub and a destroyer from whatever this C-Zone is, 36. So I think that's it. So let's start rolling some dice. Okay, sorry, we're just going to add 1 more attack. The 2 attack bombers and the 4 fighters from the 2 aircraft carriers are going to attack the American destroyer in C-Zone 25. For the attack on Hopei, the Japanese will be coming in with a mechanized infantry, a fighter, and a tactical bomber. So that's a 1, a 3, and a 4. 2 hits. Chinese defend with a 2. And hit. So Japan does not take the territory, but it does get rid of the infantry unit. For the attack on Hunan, the Japanese are coming in with a mechanized infantry, a tank, and 2 fighters. So 3 3s and a 1 against the British and South African infantry. No hits. Wow. Okay. No hits. Three hits. 1 hit. So they will lose their mechanized infantry, but they do take the territory this time. Okay, for the attack on Guangxi, 3 infantry and an artillery from the ground and 2 infantry from the air. So that's 2 2s and 4 1s versus 2 2s for the British. 4 hits, wow. So the British are dead, and they got 1 infantry in defense. Okay, for the attack on Malaya, the Japanese are coming in with the transport ship Hokoku Maru with an infantry and an artillery, and the transport ship Hikawa Maru with 2 infantry. So that's 2 2s and 2 1s versus the 2 2s in defense. 1 hit. No hits. 1 hit. no hits. So the Japanese take the territory with no casualties. Okay, the battle for Sea Zone 42 off the coast of Java. The Japanese submarine I-156 and the destroyer Sakura are going after the Aussie submarine, the HMAS Oxley. So 2 2s versus a 1. Miss. 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 Jeez. Miss. Hit, finally. Okay. Miss. So the submarine is sunk with no Japanese casualties. Sea zone cleared. Okay, this is the attack on Sea Zone 25. Air elements from the carriers Shinyo and Shokaku, 1 attack bomber and 2 fighters from each carrier, our super carrier, are attacking the American destroyer, the USS Caldwell. So this is overkill. I'm assuming this is going to be a 1-roll battle. Yup. But the Americans do get a defense, and they missed. So sea zone's cleared, no Japanese casualties. Okay, for non-combat, basically it's mostly just landing planes. All of the planes from the Hopei, Hunan, and Guangxi attacks are going to land back in Kiangsu. The entire southern naval element down here is going to move to Sea Zone 37 off the coast of Malaya. And I guess Convoy Shan State, technically speaking. And then obviously all the planes from Sea Zone 25 are going to land back on the carriers. So that's it. Placement of new units. My new tank and 2 mech infantry are going into Kiangsu. And everything else is going into either Sea Zone 6 or Japan. 2 infantry into Japan, 2 artillery into Japan, 2 transports into Japan, and 2 destroyers into Japan. Or into transports and destroyers into Sea Zone 6. Okay, income. Let's do this carefully. Okay, from Russia, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Russia goes down 5 from 40 to 35, and Japan goes up from 43 to 48. From China, Japan is going to get 1, 2, 3. So 48 to 51, China goes down from 11 to 8. And finally, from the UK Pacific, they're going to get 3 for Malaya. So, 51 to 54. And then UK Pacific from 10 to 7. Wow, UK Pacific is going down quite a bit. Okay, so that gives them 54 IPCs to spend. And let's do the disposition of forces. Okay, Sea Zone 6, 3 transports, 1 battleship, 3 cruisers, 2 destroyers, 3 subs, 2 fully loaded super carriers, with attack bomber and 2 fighters each. On Japan itself, 2 attack bombers, 1 fighter, 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 3 anti-aircraft. On Korea, 1 infantry. On Tunguska, 1 artillery. On Novosibirsk, 1 infantry. On Singhai, 1 mech infantry. On Kiangsu, 3 fighters, 1 attack bomber, 1 strat bomber, 2 mech infantry, 1 tank. On Hunan, 1 tank. On Guangxi, 4 infantry, 1 artillery. On Manchuria, or sorry, on not Manchuria, on Malaya, 3 infantry, 1 artillery. In Sea Zone 37, 2 transports, 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 1 sub. On Sumatra, infantry, artillery, or sorry, infantry, tank. On Java, infantry, artillery. In Sea Zone 42, destroyer and sub. On Iwo Jima, 1 infantry, and on the Carolines, 1 infantry and 1 anti-aircraft. So that should be that. United States and China are going to be up next.